Hi guys, Kirk here with Plastering. Today what we're going to do is something really unusual. It's probably going to take me 50, 60 hours. I'll try to compress it into 10 minutes at the most. I'm at my wife's parents' house here. They have a property kind of like Disneyland where it's got waterfalls, beaches, fish ponds, you name it, they have it. It's really cool. We'll show you a little bit about it. What they've had is this mountain here. They've been trying to get me to plaster it for years. I got a picture of my house where a job we did, and it looks like huge stones like this, stones that would be on a pyramid, and they often comment about how cool that is. And I told them I did it out of plaster, so what I'm going to do is do the same finish here. I've tried every excuse in the book to get away from it, meaning we're in the middle of winter. It's going to crack because of all the rocks and everything, and to do this particular finish I'd need common plaster. It's hard enough to put it on a straight wall, let alone all these divots and mountains and valleys after I wire it. Well, I guess they've been watching a lot of my videos because they said, well, you could use that machine you have. It's actually a mortar sprayer. So I finally gave in and thought, okay, I'll do it. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to put in a lot of designs of what I would do if it's my own place. Meaning, today we're going to wire it, or we're going to try to wire it. I got a few hundred of these little pieces of rebar, which after it's all wired, we're going to pound into here at specific angles to hold it all. We are actually going to put a groove in here. We're going to bend the wire down here because it catches a lot of water. There's a whole mountain, and plus they have a gold mine here where it leaks. The water travels here, goes up, it washes this out. So I'm going to put my wire bended here and give it a little valley tooth for the water. We're going to take it all the way over there to where those white rocks are, and of course I'm going to show those white rocks. I'm going to wire around them, and they're going to be into the finish. These stones right here, we're going to incorporate these into the finish. They wanted me to take them down. I thought, you must be kidding me. We'll incorporate them. We'll tie our wire inside it. Come this way. See if you can catch this all. My wife is actually doing the filming. It gets real loud over here because it's a waterfall, so I'm going to scream a little bit. We're going to take the wire around to here. And I've just been digging this out right here because we want to make it so the wire comes here and we have that water run off. So we're going to go right to that mine. I'll show you something over here which got me into this mess to begin with. Here's our wires. Sweetie, can you get that? We're going to use all those rolls. I told you it looked like Disneyland here. Come on, over here, sweetie. Might as well get this waterfall in. It's cool. Now, you probably have to walk the steps to make this way. Oh, right in the sun. What a drag. This is what got us into this to begin with. This particular fish pond we did. We did the fish pond here. This used to just be a hole. And so I built this up, built it up. They bought the flagstone. I went ahead and installed it. I put all these heavy guys here. Why do you think I wear a back brace all the time? Man, that's hard work. Then, of course, the waterfall starts at the very top over there. And it comes down into this one. Maybe you better step up here, sweetie. And travels that way there. And goes into the small pond. And then goes into the creek where it belongs. This is all with stucco. I used the common plaster. Common is very, very hard, but it's incredibly difficult to spread it. But it's good for this kind of, where you need some structural strength. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and wire that up, and when I'm completely done, I'm going to show you that particular finish because it is really cool. And if I got to do it, I might as well try to enjoy it. Alright guys, I'm not going to show you 3 solid days of attaching wire because it's boring. It's bore the crap out of you. Anyhow, what I will show you is what we're doing. We're taking this wire and we're pushing it in the back of the retainer rock, we're cutting out a lot of these rocks here because I want them for looks. As we come around here, by the way, when you do stuff like this, you got to know how to improvise. If you can't improvise, in the wrong trade. We're taking this a slope here so that the water will go down, and I have to have the wire tied in. If we don't tie this wire in, then we'll have cracks. Probably going to get some cracks anyway, even using a common cement. Hey baby. Oh, this is my wife Jackie. Her parents' house. She's helping. Even if it wasn't, she likes to help anyhow. Over here, I'm going to incorporate these rocks. We're going to cut them out, and that way when all the work is done, you'll see these rocks here. They look pretty cool, the white rocks. So that's where we're going with this when we get ready to do the cement work in the final finish. That's what I really want to show you guys. So when we get to that bridge, we'll show you that too. Now you guys see my hired help right there. They've been helping me put all these clips in. Show all that over there. All right, guys. Now this little sprayer, check it out. They got a huge hole right here because we're doing this. This works well for straw bale houses or projects made of mesh, like the animals, the castles. You spray them with this if it's a mesh job. All the unusual contours, it's a real drag. You can't control this, so I'm using these right here. Motorsprayer.com is where you get these guys. When my wife comes, she wants to use it too, so she gets a few minutes on this. We're starting right here. We're going all the way around. We're just starting the cement work about a half hour ago. We're going to be here another 8 hours, then 8 tomorrow, so I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing, but you get the idea how these things work. I'll show you once more. Big difference between this and a hand hopper. Hand hopper sprays a texture finish. Might as well show you guys this. This sprays a texture finish. Hand hopper. This sprays a mud-based finish, scratching a brown. So a huge difference with them. And also you do need a big compressor to use this. A little M-Glow or DeWalt won't run it. So you need a big wheelbarrow type to push out the amount of PSI to operate this guy here. One more time. Coat after coat after coat. And this is a dirty job too. By the time I'm done, this is a clean shirt. By the time I'm done, it will be garbage. This is my wife, Jackie. She just had to have a go at it. Notice she's wearing one of my good white shirts. What's up with that? Come on, baby. We've done a few roofs together. We do a lot of tile floors. You name it, we've done it. And she always helps me, so she just wanted to give it a shot. I'd show you guys. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be pretty big. Alright, you got it, sweetie. Not spinning? You go ahead. Yeah, I guess. Carefully love it. Good morning, folks. It is about 6:30 in the morning. A bit cold up here. I'd say it's about 35 degrees. I can see my breath. I know it's cold. This is what we've done yesterday. Take you away from the mixer. It's kind of loud. We put a trough in here also. We're incorporating quite a few things here. We want to do a finish. We want to save the mountain so it stops continuing to fall. And we want a water trough to go all the way around this, maybe 200 feet. And they got a culvert pipe under here. That is what we're going to do today. This is just the first coat. Today I'm hoping to finish the entire job. Show you. This is a mother-in-law unit. This right here, if I could zoom in a little bit better, is their gorgeous home. Fortunately, it was stucco when they bought it. I did, however, do a lot of coins and styrofoam molds. This reminds me of a project my son and I went to, and I said, how come there's so many outlets? And they responded with, oh, my son-in-law is an electrician. I looked at my own son, and we thought, okay. Anyhow, this is what where we're at today. Hopefully we're going to finish this and do a completion. Hi guys, there's a change in plans. Instead of my cool blocks, which were going to be 4 foot by 4 foot, they now think that'll look a bit too gaudy and it won't match what they have here. So they approached me last night and said, oh, I got bad news, we don't want that finish, we want the dash. I thought, it's great news. Dash finish is way easy. To do the blocks, I was going to use a level on straight walls, but since this has radiuses in and out, I rented a laser, which the laser spins and it hits the mountain. And what I was going to do was follow that with this, but I'll give you an idea of what we were going to do. I was going to place some lines, say like right here. These were going to be block lines. Then I was going to say there, 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 there. And I was actually going with this one for concrete because I wanted deep lines. I have a different one for plaster. So if it was 4 foot blocks, it would look kind of cool with the deeper lines. But anyway, that's what we were going to do, but that's all changed. Now we're going to go with a simple dash, which doesn't break my heart. It saves me a lot of time, and I can return that rented laser level. So gives you an idea what we're going to do now, change the plans. What we're doing, guys, is floating everything around these rocks. I got to hand trowel it in, and then we're floating it. And yeah, there's more than just my wife and I doing this. My son Jason's helping us, and a few other guys. This is way too large a project for just the 2 of us. No way for just the 2 of us to do it. But it's kind of fun. This is prior to doing the dash, and then I'm going to hook up a little mortar sprayer and shoot it out. All right, guys. This is the last part we're going to show you because this is the final texture now. We've already done 2 coats everywhere else, plus the texture, and we're finishing up here. I'm doing the high stuff. Jackie's doing the low stuff, and when she gets tired, somebody else grabs it. Just like that. This is called, well, it's a dash finish. All yours, baby. Yeah, another almost at it. Alright Alright guys, we are cleaned up finally, and we want to show you the completion of this. We put this little drainage curb here also. And no, I didn't use a sprayer for this, the mortar sprayer for this drainage curb. What I did was, I just used a wheelbarrow and a shovel, and we shoveled it in. What I wanted to find out was how well this flows down here, because there's a lot of water here. The road keeps eroding, the mountain keeps eroding, then there's a lot of water from the gold mine, so, whoa, it's looking pretty cool. That looks like something they would have at Disneyland. Anyhow, we've incorporated all the stonework there. We incorporated all this rock. We give it a nice dash finish with the mortar sprayer. And over here, we also incorporated all the natural stone that was here. All this white rock, it's what was here, so we wanted to include it. Anyhow, again, I want to thank all the kids for helping out, and Andrew, he saved my back. He's kind of like a workhorse. Lastly, the last thing I want to point out is this goes all the way around. We actually, it's like the Winchester house. We keep going and going and going. But anyway, it's finally done. They're happy with it, and I'm happy to be complete with it, and it was a really fun project. My wife, Jackie. I'm Kirk with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Generally we're doing houses, but this just shows you some of the things you can do with a little bit of imagination and some incentive. We'll see you folks on the next one, and thank you for watching.